welcome to Duck Boys. There's two extra faces here. One's familiar, one not so much, but you'll be familiar with his face pretty soon. This is, as we all know, Jamie.
Hi.
And I think on my screen, since I'm recording on my screen, I can go down here, and that's Colby.
Hey, what's up?
So people who are not listening or who are not seeing, it doesn't matter where they are. That's just their voices.
We're in the void together.
Jamie, how have you been since the last time we've talked to you?
I've done a lot of laundry.
Okay. Word.
A lot of homework. Went
Word.
home twice. It's been great.
Gang. Colby, introduce yourself. Sam, what are the icebreaker things? Like, come up with the icebreaker real quick.
The icebreaker thing?
Yeah,
What's your favorite color today?
Trucker. Your favorite color today. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one.
Today, I suppose that would be blue. That's like my favorite color every day.
Okay, but why?
Yeah. Why?
No,
I
wrong
like the color
question.
blue.
What shade? Are you like a 50
true.
Shades of Blue type guy?
No, I'm definitely not. Don't really have a preference. I guess maybe darker blue as opposed to like lighter.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, so something like
Dark blue.
closer to like this.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's a nice looking computer mouse, not computer mouse, but like mouse pad.
Yeah. To people who are listening, once again, it was blue. Anyways.
Listening right now.
I mean, describe blue. How the fuck do you describe it? It was like,
I don't know. This is my tablet. It's blue.
well,
Hey,
yeah,
that's
look,
blue.
but think about it. People who are listening.
Okay.
Describe blue to someone who can't see.
I have no idea where to begin.
We're gonna get
to answer
philosophical
that
in like the
question.
first 2 minutes of this podcast.
All right. How would
Really,
you
like-
describe blue?
Also, if you didn't know, I'm Tristan.
I'm Sam. I've been
Yeah.
here a couple times.
Yeah,
Probably
we're
a
here
couple
and
more
then.
times.
Sometimes we miss a week, but it's okay.
Sometimes Texas doesn't know how to react to cold weather. So,
Yeah. Neither does
Here
our
we are.
infrastructure. So cheers to that.
oh no, I don't mean Texas as like a collective of Texans. I mean Texas as in like a collective of power companies and infrastructure.
Err.
Mm,
There's
Ooh,
that too.
There's also
Anywho.
that.
Anywho, so Sam, bring us in with the with our first thing from about who the fuck was it? It was
Is it Chris, Mr. D'Elia? We were
no,
talking
no.
about
We'll go into him after. We'll do the hold up.
Oh, NFTs. Somebody mentioned NFTs. Who was that?
Yeah, that was me. That was because let me go back to my Twitter. Kings of Leon.
Oh, yeah. Somebody, yeah. Yeah, anywho, so Kings of Leon, from what Tristan was telling me just before we started recording, is, a musical collective, a group of people who produce music. And they're now in on the NFT thing, which for anybody who doesn't know what NFTs are, which I would assume is like most people, most
Yeah.
normal people, it's just the next like real quick money grab. It's like an extension of cryptocurrency. So if you're already confused about Bitcoin, wait until I tell you about like virtual baseball cards. So you know how the cool part of baseball cards is like there's a quality to them, right? Like they're either really roughed up or they're mint condition.
I like
No.
Barry Bonds because he did steroids. Go on.
Anywho, NFTs, you don't have to worry about any of that because it's a file. And what gives it value? Great question.
Very good question.
So NFTs, they're making a lot of money right now, and we're really catching some really prominent names out of nowhere. Like Logan Paul is somehow involved in all of this, which there are some other people I've listened to that have touched on this a little bit already. Logan Paul has this like magical ability to somehow, as much as I don't like him, he'll find something right as it's getting popular and then just skyrocket it into notoriety.
Yeah.
It's probably his marketing team.
Yeah.
You're probably right. Yeah, no need to give
I know-
Mr. Paul credit.
I know Colby has some strong feelings about Mr. Paul.
I
Colby,
wouldn't say
go
that.
off, son. Go off, son.
I'm just confused because like how is he like held onto the spotlight for this long? Because like I first I heard about him way back on Vine, like back when I was in like high school, like 2013 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then after Vine went away, he was like popular on YouTube, and then he like became a boxer somehow. Like he and his brother.
He's like low-key a good boxer. Somebody who like actually follows boxing, or as somebody who actually kind of follows boxing, he's actually a decent boxer. I mean, like, you know, it's hard for me to say that because I don't like him as a person. But
Rest
like,
in peace, Nate Robinson.
oh my god. I mean, to be
my
fair, he's
God,
never
the
like
internet tore
he
him
hasn't
up.
gotten at least a big name fight. Apparently, he's supposed to fight Mayweather, which
I
he's
have my
not
faith in
happening.
that.
What reason would Floyd Mayweather possibly have to go through with that?
I think what they do, I think a lot of their stuff is for charity. It's kind of like the Tyson fight.
I guess.
And Paul also, Jake Paul in this instance with Mayweather. Paul has a gift in that he already has the boxer's mindset, like garner attention quick and fast. Because that's almost half and half what the sport is. Yeah,
Mhm.
beat the shit out of other people, but also get some light on your name quick. And that's what he's really, really good at. Calling people out on Twitter, purposely pissing them off, especially in a boxing world. Immediately, that's the next jump you would make, right? Oh, I'm mad at him, and we both fight, so I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Just duke it out.
Guess.
Also get paid a lot of money just to
Get
fight.
the shit beaten out of you.
Yeah.
No.
Therapy, so I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, like it worked for me. Okay.
Okay.
But was it Logan or was it Jake who did the infamous Suicide Forest video?
That was
would be-
Logan.
that would be Logan.
That was Logan.
Logan had his
also
little
super
vlog
messed up.
video tour with the Aokigahara forest.
I'm just impressed that you knew that already. Like off the head. Like
All
I
of
just
us knew that.
No, I meant like you knew the name of the forest?
Oh, then okay. I thought you were talking
Yeah.
about that Logan Paul was the one behind it. Okay.
No, like I knew it was one of the Paul brothers. I figured it was Logan, but you know, sometimes Jake does some crazy shit too.
Man, they both do stupid
Burying
shit.
Panamojo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then was that ever like an actual marriage, or did they just tell everybody that they got married? And
Wait.
like, are there court records for this? That's what I want to know. I
Wait,
know it
which
wasn't
one
an
of them got
actual
married?
marriage. Jake Paul got married to
When?
Tana Mojo for clout,
Uh,
demonstrably for clout.
I wouldn't put it past him, but like, yeah, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, a lot of people thought it was fake, and then they just held on to it for so long that it was just a joke, and now they're apparently friends though. So I don't know. I don't keep tabs on them.
Yeah, I'm not big in the Paul verse, as I'll start calling it now.
No.
That's
Let's
just
not let it get to that point.
yeah, I know. Anyway, speaking of crazy people, let's go with Chris.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm gonna find a fucking segue. I was like, I don't want to.
Speaking of crazy people, like people who fight for clout, what's your opinion on pedophiles?
Yeah, child predators.
General consensus is that child predators are bad.
Yeah.
And even more so, the new general consensus is that Crystalia is one of them. Yeah, so there's that.
Yeah, Chris Delia, if you didn't catch the name. He's in some hot water. Hot water meaning prison. Because they found kitty porn. They found kitty porn on his computer.
Jeez.
I hope he drops the soap.
I hope they probably make him drop. They'll slap that shit out of his hand.
Yeah.
He'll have a firm grasp of it.
Dudes up in prison.
Yeah.
Like pedophiles, like the other prisoners. I don't even blame them either.
Yeah, especially since he's a high profile name too.
I don't want to encourage a prison rape culture, but it can last just long enough to affect Crystalia, and then we can be done with it.
It's like,
Cut
all
it
right,
off
y'all
of
got one more person, then start trying.
One more, and then start being better.
There's just a council of dudes in a prison shower, and they're all just sitting there like, is he worth it?
Like,
Their executioner is just some dude that just goes and like slaps the bar of soap off the wall.
Honor among peds.
Well,
Yeah.
we should let y'all know what one of the reasons, other than the fact that we love to see their beautiful faces on here, why Jamie and Colby are here. At the end of last episode, if you stuck around, I introduced the fact that we're gonna have, or Duck Boys is gonna have a new podcast. So we're gonna keep this one. This one's gonna come out every Friday still. And today, actually, earlier today, today being Wednesday, you're gonna hear this on Friday. So earlier this week,
An earlier development.
Jamie and Colby and I all sat down, and they are the newest members of Duck Boys officially. So Jamie, Colby, welcome to Duck Boys.
glad to be a part of this.
It's good to be here.
I announced the name was Catching Kryptonite. That's kind of fluid right now because I'm trying to do better names that kind of go more with the whole geek culture in general, because we'll be doing things such as like Marvel and Star Wars, and along with DC and other properties that are considered like geek and nerd culture. This is including Colby will probably have a segment with anime, since he is our local anime resident.
Hey.
And Sam will probably drop by here and then.
Yeah, I will not be a sitting member on the council, but I will visit time to time. I don't have a lot to offer in the way of comic knowledge, but I could ask some really dumb questions that would make for entertaining discourse. So
Fair
might
enough.
do that.
You
Yeah,
can answer them.
yeah, that's
Talk
what we're
about
here for.
Captain America and Superman today.
Yeah, we're talking about who would win in a fight, and we just kind of stared at the camera.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
No question is a stupid question on this.
Oh, okay, good. Well, I'll prove you wrong. Just wait.
Like right?
Fair enough.
His question is just going to be like, is Lex Luthor really just Jeff Bezos?
I am
This is
convinced.
smart.
I'm convinced he's a bald man with a lot of money and pretty freaking smart.
I am convinced.
When did comic books stop being pamphlets and turn into books?
The actual question.
They were
Good
well.
enough.
It depends.
Really glossy.
This is not a question of a genuine nature.
So I was like, I can go to the history of it. It's like probably sometime in the 30s.
Well, if we want to go back to pulp novels, so we're talking about pulp novels.
Started out in the newspaper.
All right.
Because the first superhero was like this. It wasn't the Spirit. It was like the Phantom or something like that. And he was predecessor to Superman. And then Superman came out in 38. And that's when superheroes kind of blew up.
I can't believe Superman was so progressive. Coming out in 38 is incredibly difficult.
And in a leotard.
Oh.
Well, I mean,
I mean, if he was wearing a leotard,
made it
was
easier.
not
And-
obvious?
And created by two Jewish men.
Really? I don't think I knew that.
Yeah.
In the late
I want to
30s?
say I
Yeah. In the late 30s.
Interesting.
Because he was one of the few superheroes that was before the war. It was him and Batman. I believe Wonder Woman came out right before the war.
It came out right. I think during.
like during or after.
I think it was right after.
Yeah, because Marvel's. Oh, because one of the other first ones was also Shazam, or Captain Marvel.
Really?
Yeah, he
I didn't know
was.
they were one of the first. Wow.
He was bigger than Superman for a long time.
I also did not know that. Wow.
Yeah, he was like for the early part of comics. Sorry that Catching Kryptonite has now just kind of taken over Duck Boys.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman was introduced in All-Star Comics number 8, released during December of 1941.
Oh,
Oh.
so like right as the war started.
Well, the U.S. involvement, anyhow.
Yeah, because
Getting
the war
close to
started in like officially in 38 or 39.
39 was the Blitzkrieg of Poland. So
Right.
I guess that would be a good starting point. Not a good starting point, but like a place that you would say that the start was.
A good starting point.
Yeah. Anyways, they'll have a comic book podcast or just all things geek culture, like Tristan was saying. I'll stop by sometimes, and I don't know on Tristan's screen who is where, but
Above
Colby
right now,
and Jamie will be on there pretty regularly.
yeah. For you, you're below me, and then Colby's next to you, and then next to me is Jamie.
This way next to me or this way next to me?
This way.
Okay, I didn't know we were all like oriented differently on each.
If you're on
screen.
Spotify, doesn't matter.
This doesn't matter to you. We're all
can't
over
see
here.
our pretty faces, and that's your
Okay.
loss.
Yeah, no, actually, Sam's over here, and then Jamie's over there.
I'm actually in New Mexico.
Well, everywhere.
The joke is that Jamie's not actually in New Mexico.
No, I am still unfortunately stuck in San Marcos.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, what's so unfortunate about San
Hey, I
Marcos?
love San Marky. We just have some sketchy ass water and some sketchy ass people and a street gang that has been running the streets recently.
Addie and I drove through San Marcos like a little bit over a week ago, and she was really upset because since Addie's from Kansas, she really loves her In and Out, and so whenever she can get In and Out, then she goes to get it. And we drove to the In and Out. I went out of my way because I wanted to make my woman happy, because happy wife, happy life, or whatever, right? It was after the big old pipe burst because of all the frozen stuff, so she never got her In and Out. Because
I know it's literally right across the highway from my apartment.
and then we drove by your apartment.
It is okay.
Well, no, because that's the only way that we could get back to.
That's okay.
Just
Yeah.
presently doxing Jamie, but it's fine.
I was like, oh, okay. No, like that In and Out, it was the first thing me and my roommates like ate when we moved here. It was terrible. That was my first In and Out experience, and I will never go back. Never.
I don't know the draw. I mean, like maybe I haven't had West Coast In and Out, but like
It's really not any better. I'm saying.
You know, Tristan, they have like literally 3 items. You get a burger maybe with 2 patties, and some cheese.
Drinks too. I've been there a couple times.
Do people still try to like debate which is better between Whataburger and In-N-Out?
There is no debate. If you think In and Out is better, you can get out and just leave the In with us.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, I totally agree. Like Whataburger is definitely like the better option, but I was just like wondering, is that still a thing people talk about?
Yeah.
So I just remember seeing that just like around social media like a while ago.
Whataburger supremacy is the only W supremacy I support. And I think that's the only that you should support. Whataburger is the best still, even after those Chicago Yanks stole it from us.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and speaking of that, so like, why is it that like people were constantly talking about how they wanted Whataburger like in other states besides Texas, but then the second that happens, everyone is upset?
No. We want it in other states. We want to spread our gospel. Don't get your little northerner hands in our
Like I'm from Texas, so like
Yeah, no.
No, I'm not calling you out directly.
All right. Well.
No, we were just saying like it was gonna be up to us as Texans we will bless you with what we have. Like what we've slowly been doing with Buc-ee's and HEB, we're slowly blessing the rest of the lower 48 with them. But that's ours. And now somebody from up north was like, just kidding, that's ours now. I'm gonna spread it wherever I feel like it. And like that just feels violating.
It does a little bit. Absolutely.
I don't want to like backpedal too much, but I didn't want to gloss over the fact that you said because your girlfriend's from Kansas, she misses her In and Out. That's not a connection that I would normally make. Like I hear In and Out and I hear like all West Coast, and then you're like, no, Midwest Coast.
Midwest, no
Kansas is landlocked.
Midwest, no coast.
You just don't have like good food there.
They have a surprising amount of cotton fields. I didn't think there was going to be that many cotton fields there. They have a lot of cornfields, of course, a lot of wheat fields. She's never been to a Luby's. She didn't even know what a Luby's was.
That's okay. You know, I don't.
Yeah, I was about to say like she really
Nah, bro.
I
I grew up like lower middle class. You know, as of right now, not really anymore. But like growing up, lower middle class, Luby's on Friday nights. That was like the big takeout.
We would go after church on Sundays, and I'd get the Jello. Shit was
Jello
fire.
slapped.
And if I was extra good, my mom would let me get the one with the whipped cream on top.
Hell yeah.
There's
what else?
good food in Kansas.
Whenever I went to Kansas, they had this one gas station. I don't remember what it's called. She'll listen to this and be like, "Oh my god, why don't you remember what it's called?" But it is really, really good pizza. Like really good pizza.
In
Gas
Kansas?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And it's out of this gas station, and it's really good. Shout out to whatever that is. Other than that, they have a surprising amount of Hispanics there, but it's mainly because of all the factories, like all the manufacturing stuff. They have at least in her city or her town, I'm not even gonna call it a city. In her town, they have like a Walmart. Their Walgreens got run out of town. I don't know. There was some drama behind that. It was, small town drama.
Walgreens got run out of
Okay.
town.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about some small town drama. So we're from a little bitty town in Arkansas called Dermot, and we had a Piggly Wiggly and the Walmart was in Monticello. And when the Piggly Wiggly shut down, there were literally protests outside of the church because they didn't want to drive the 10 extra minutes to get to Walmart, even though Piggly Wiggly was bankrupt.
Oh, they have Brahms, like not too far out of town. They have a Brahms.
Brahms is good.
God bless.
I've never heard of Bronx.
It's like a North Texas into the Midwest thing. I didn't hear about it until I went up to Dallas with Sam.
It's good.
They have really good ice cream.
In a minute, so
It's
What?
it's kind of
Good
like
ice cream,
Freddy's.
yeah.
If you've ever had Freddy's. But like
Freddie?
If
I
you go to
don't
Brahms, just get the
think
chocolate
so.
milkshake. That's the only recommendation I'm going to make to
Yeah,
you.
that's fine.
Okay.
Phenomenal.
Like if I ever go to Brahms, I'll take y'all up on that.
Phenomenal.
For sure.
It's not Brahms like the composer. It's Brahms with a U. Braums.
Not Brahm.
Yeah,
Alright.
that one.
Hold
What
on.
shit caught your attention this week? We got a couple spiels already. Crystalia out of the way. NFTs, non-fungible tokens out of the way.
What else? I mean,
Normally I would talk about some stuff that I saw on Twitter, but because I'm a man of God, only in that he's forgiven me for what I've done. I still got a long way to go. I am participating in Lent, so I gave up YouTube and Twitter, so I feel blind in all current event regards.
it's
Um,
probably gonna be a good cleanse for you though.
It has been so far. I mean, there's very positive benefits. The little screen time thing popped up on my phone. It's like, congratulations, your screen time has gone down 35% this week.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
You're like, wow, okay, thank you for vibe checking me today.
All the doom scrolling is gone. I don't know what to do.
You just twiddle your thumbs.
Yeah, what do you like? I remember whenever we lived in College Station together, Sam picked up how to play the guitar, so he knows how to play the guitar because of Lynn.
Oh.
What
Jesus.
what do you have any plans on learning anything else while
I have not been near as productive this go around.
that's fine.
I've started working out in a more regular schedule, which has been nice, but I'm really hoping that's not like a New Year's kind of working out.
Yeah.
Where you go a couple times and you feel great and then you get busy and then you never go again. I'm thinking I just popped up today. I've been considering getting a trumpet. I've always wanted to learn, but I don't know how to do any, sort of a brass or winds. So there will be a lot of lip practice.
I could teach you. That sounds a little sus, but I could teach you.
Teach me how to use my lips, please.
Oh.
Hi to Bean. This is my demon cat.
Hi, Bean.
I mean,
Hello.
Currently wanting to get out of my lap, but
Precious.
My little mutt is somewhere. I'm currently to Spotify listeners, nothing's changed. But for everybody else who's watching, I'm at my parents' place. That's why I'm literally in my bed. But my dad had to get kidney stones removed, and it was a whole fiasco. So I decided to come up and be with my family because I'm a good son sometimes. Yeah, they deserve it. They're good people. So I'm here. It's my first time in a month and some where did you all hear the demon from hell? That's our dog Coco. Coco is coming up on the age of eternity.
Dude, I didn't think she'd live past when I had to dog sat for y'all,
Yeah,
and I
like,
literally hand fed her with a fork.
that was like 3 or 4 years ago.
Gonna live past that.
No.
This was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
She is turning 17 this year.
She's almost an adult.
Oh,
Should I go-
almost a legal adult.
Should I go grab her?
If you want, she
If you
can.
want to.
She'll stop barking because I'll make her. But like no, as long as I'm like holding her, she's fine. I'll be right back. Hold on.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna go manhandle the oldest creature on this planet real
The
quick.
dog literally looks like a gremlin.
Oh my god.
She barks and it sounds like a broken vacuum.
Dobby
Hello.
had a love child with a Pomeranian. It would look like Coco.
Y'all are just roasting Coco. Oh my god.
To be fair,
How's
Coco
it
looks
going?
like ass. Coco lives a long, very dense life.
Does Dobby look better than Coco?
Dobby's personable.
Dobby's a
Coco's
All this smoke for Coco.
Oh my god.
Coco's like my dog Willie. They're both really old, grumpy
All right,
dogs, and they
um,
both remind me of Bill Clinton.
I brought everyone.
So old it hurts to be alive.
I brought everybody other than Penny. Penny didn't want to come.
They're all in there?
They're all right here. Let me see. Come over here, you old
Lucy,
bat.
Coco, Alfred.
Come here, you old bat.
Oh.
Here's Coco.
Island of Misfit Toys dog.
Tristan, you missed it. I said Coco looks like Dobby had a love child with a Pomeranian. And I think that proved my point.
yeah. Alfred, you little shit. Come over. Oh, no, you. Come here. Oh. This is my boy.
That's my man.
Distinguished mustache.
Yeah.
He's getting a little white in his old age.
Yeah.
A little bit.
He's turning 11 this year.
When did he start growing a Fu Manchu? Like
I mean, he's kind of, I guess he's technically always had it.
I guess it comes up better on camera. He's got the two little stripes.
Yeah, whenever he turned like 5 or 6, he started growing, like this one started going a little white. We noticed it, but then it wasn't until like last year or so did the other one kind of grow in. So now he's got a little Fu Manchu going. He's delving straight into his Asian heritage. Do not breathe in my face.
His Asian heritage.
My cat is trying to get into my windowsill where my basil plant currently is trying to grow. And I like moved. Stop it. He looked at me like he wanted to kill me just now. Hey, that's not.
Just like any cat would.
Yeah.
He's a demon. He really is. Like, he's a little shithead.
This is the enigma of cat owners. They talk about how much personality their cats have, but all of them fail to mention that all of their personalities are complete asshole. A complete asshole disposition.
No, we have decided that Bean, if Bean was a human, he'd be a flaming homosexual that is like, has a huge attitude problem. Hey, could you? Like, he's a prissy boy.
It's the shape of the cat. It's like a displeased pear.
Yeah.
It's just like really narrow at the top by his head.
Don't step on my laptop. Don't step on my laptop.
Boy, I will literally take you back to Goodwill. Don't you?
There's so much going on.
Yeah, sorry. This is a very chaotic episode. I'm sure everybody's probably hearing Coco breathe by the damn.
This is the
Okay.
pet-
All right.
It's good that she's still breathing.
Yeah. Felicity is somewhere under my bed, but y'all see Felicity all the time.
Oh, well, there's the sniffs. I heard it.
What is it?
Good God.
Hey.
Oh man.
This thing where he like tears up the bottom of my bed, just to, like out of spite.
Pets are good. Pets are
They're
good.
good. Someday, Sam, you need to have Gus up here.
Oh my god.
You have a
Gus is not exactly a lap dog.
She went off the bed. Hold on.
Okay.
Stay over there.
Gus is 140 pounds of love.
Okay.
Gus weighs 10 pounds less than I do.
Yeah, what does that?
He's
Wait, one more time?
No, Tristan said that
100
Gus weighs 10 pounds less than he does.
yeah. Gus is 140 pounds of
That's
bull
a hefty
mastiff.
dog.
Okay.
He is a heavy dog,
What,
but
what kind of dog?
he's an Italian bull mastiff, or if you want to get like Westminstery about it, he's a Cane Corso.
Wow, he sounds like a
Let me Google that Italian bull.
brandy.
Yes, Cane Corso, quite. No, he's a good boy. He's real soft, just like a big old teddy bear. He just wants to be held and loved all the time.
Colby, do you have any pets? I forget.
I do not. I am without pets. I'm sorry.
Petless.
I do not have a pet to share with y'all.
I don't know if you heard, but I just threw a pin at Bean for trying to tear down a wall decoration.
Oh, I did.
I saw you throw something.
I didn't. I was not paying attention. I was Googling bull mastiff to see what it looks like.
Hey, at least he's honest. Like,
That's fair. That's
So,
fair.
I don't think I've seen the Harry Potter movies, but Hagrid has a dog that's a bull mastiff.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
But yeah, I have not seen the Harry Potter movies.
It's
Me
been. I used to get so excited because I was reading them as they were coming out, so I wouldn't get to watch it until I had read the book.
Absolutely.
So I had to catch up to where we were, and then I think I lapped like the 5th movie or something. I had to wait for the 6th, and then the 7th, and then the other part of the 7th.
I had to do that for Percy Jackson, and we see how that paid off.
Does anybody else feel like it was the Harry Potter movies that started this trope of like the 2-part finales? You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
Probably.
With Deathly Hallows.
Yeah, Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2, and then didn't Mockingbird do that?
Mockingjay from the
Mockingjay.
Hunger Games, they did it.
Yeah.
Part 1, Part 2.
To Kill a Mockingbird, Part 1, Part 2.
What happens to Atticus Finch? Stick around for Part 2 to find out.
Did I ever tell y'all? I'm sure I've told at least Jamie and Sam about the parody project that we had to do in our sophomore year.
Oh God, what did you do?
I had my first kiss during that project.
Whoa, what?
It was for English, right?
Yeah.
It was for English.
So
I'm so lost.
okay, so God, I'm surprised I never told you about it. But wait, are you going? You're trying to leave.
So basically, the parody project is we had a list of books that we read throughout the entirety of the school year, and we got to pick one of those books and make like a video like skit that basically summed up the entire book, but in a funny like 20-minute video. And yeah, that was what the project was. I don't know what Tristan was about to say.
Yeah, they gave 15-year-olds the opportunity to do it. We were 14, 15 years old, and there was no boundaries. Like they literally just said like no cussing, and then I was like, wow, I can do so much more than not cuss. I don't need to cuss to make my art. And
Fair enough.
so we did To Kill a Mockingbird, and it went just as horribly as you could imagine. We'll start off a year before with my buddy Josh. Colby knows Josh.
I do know Josh. I know Josh quite
This story
well.
has a year of setup.
Yeah. So the year
this is gonna be a long one.
So the year before, Josh asked me and my buddy Janari, who's like my little brother. I think I discussed it on the podcast before. Hey, Felicity.
I know exactly where this is going.
And Josh texted me one day, and he was like, "Hey, what are you and Janari doing?" Janari was in 8th grade at the time. I was a freshman, and Josh was a sophomore, right? And I was like, nothing. And he's like, "Okay, all my people bailed out on me to do this parody project. Can you help me with it?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, sure, like whatever." And so we set up like a mock courtroom in my backyard. It's fucking hot outside. And and so Josh ended up playing the judge and like one other person, and so like you could see him like run around and do a costume change in the background, just come back, like put a hat on and take a hat off kind of thing. And then I played Atticus and like Mayella Ewell and like a bunch. Like I played like 4 witnesses. We had Janari there, but Janari his name was David Robinson, right?
It was Tom Robinson.
David Robinson's the general, or the admiral. Sorry, Spurs player. Sorry.
Keep going.
Yeah,
the character is Tom Robinson.
Yeah, Tom Robinson. We used him because of his looks and skill, and the thing is, Josh never finished the book, so he didn't know how it ended. So at the end, we made Janari go and get a pistol, like get a fake pistol, like a prop pistol, go into my shed and be like, I guess I gotta do what I gotta do. And he just does that, and then that's how it ends.
Please tell me that's not on any major platform.
No, I think he just uploaded the
Okay.
Yeah. But I do have something that would be kind of damning to me. And it is on YouTube. It's not as bad, but it's
our project. We did the Once and Future King, and we set it up as the Bachelorette. And it was I played what the fuck was her name? Guinevere. And
Okay, yeah.
so I was like, you know, doing all these interviews and shit, and the dude who is playing King Arthur comes up and kisses me, and I like look at the camera and I'm like, what? The dude who was editing the video for us left it in, and then we accidentally burnt down the golf course. Like we set a fire on the golf course. It was a whole thing. And our entire graduating class saw my first kiss and saw the burning golf course.
Why was there fire involved? Why?
It had tiki torches, and I was like, oh, let me like just, you know, light the next one with this one, and it fell, because, you know, that's how gravity works.
Yeah.
Did you just glance over the fact that you set a golf course on fire to put more emphasis on your first kiss?
Yes, I did.
Okay, how big was this fire? Because when you say you set a golf course on fire, like how?
Like 5 feet of the golf course.
I mean, that's sizable. That's sizable. Like,
it was terrifying and traumatizing for a 15-year-old to take a towel and like try to bat the like golf course.
Oh, all I did was put like, because like the worst part is, I'm not gonna lie, I definitely wrote our script, and in the script I made our friend Akira, and as his name sounds, he is of Asian descent. He was an opioid addict, and he was he played he played Mayella's dad, and Mayella was played by my friend Philip, who is a very large African American man. And he was basically cross-dressing as like a daughter. And then Janari still played Tom Robinson. Philip used to be in rugby, so the running joke was like, Janari's tiny. Janari, he's tall, but he's very skinny. Philip's a big boy. So the joke was like, how did that happen? And then in the middle of it, Philip goes, he's like, that's the little ones you got to look out for. Most of it was unscripted. A lot of it was scripted too. We had my buddy Raul playing the judge. I was Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead. I was rather than playing Atticus, I turned into Rick Grimes.
Why?
I zoned out for 2 seconds. And that none of it made sense anymore.
And then Tristan somehow inserted Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead into like a video project for To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah, and then the judge's name, we forgot what his name was, so we just called him Nemo, Judge Nemo Hose.
As he should.
And then it ended with
that sounds like the type of name you give to a substitute teacher during roll call. Like you switch out on dash. Excuse me, is Nemo Hose here? Nemo Hose, are you present?
Is Shathid here?
Shathid.
shithead here. It's
Uh,
pronounced Shathi.
I am shithead.
Oh, fine.
And then we ended it with a giant firefight and like a fight scene.
Oh, and you were yelling at me for having fire.
But we had swords. We didn't catch anything on fire.
Had a firefight, and this is for your recreation of.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
Oh, clearly he took some creative liberties with the script.
This was an extra credit project.
Yeah, to be fair, it was an extra credit project. I never even got the extra credit because she was like, okay, turn in like a paper with it. So I turned in the script and she was like, this is the wrong paper. I was like, you said a paper.
That sucks.
I think
So,
she meant like a
Like a short essay over
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I figured, I was like, this is what it is. Like, here you go. I wrote a whole fucking script for you. It was like a 4-page script, 4 or 5-page script.
Wow.
We had an action sequence in it.
I don't
I
think
think
I've
it's
ever
hard.
once read To Kill a Mockingbird and thought it's missing a gunfight or like some horrible form of violence.
Akira ended up committing seppuku at the end also.
Tristan.
Tasteful.
Janari had an off-screen death. He just had arrows in the middle, like all around his body. Nobody had a bow and arrow either. He was just dead. And then Raul and I ended up just like getting burgers afterwards or something like that.
Very nice. Very nice.
We didn't. I think the only like proper name in there was Tom Robinson, Mayela Ewell, and I forgot what her dad's name is. It's like something Ewell.
It's okay. We
No
ended
idea.
ours with me. Like I was Guinevere, and like she chooses like to be a nun at the end of the book. It's a little spoiler, but whatever. And we ended the Bachelorette with I choose God, and then I ran away.
You just wrote.
Honestly, there's a whole lot of respect you just earned for that.
I choose God.
I choose God, and then just
Yep.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't need a rose. I
I'll-
choose the rosary.
Doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, I respect yours a lot more than I respect mine.
Yeah, I would too. It's okay. Yours a
Yeah,
little chaotic. Ow, Bean! Why would you?
but it was well made. It was a fun project. We did it in one day.
Bean just bit my
Y'all
foot.
enjoyed yourself.
Well, bite him back.
He's
See,
a
he
cat.
likes it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see any issue with it.
My mom used to. My sister and I, we were really, really little, babies and stuff. Anything that we do that wasn't like good behavior, she'd do back to us. Like, wait, hey, I don't like that. I'm not gonna do that anymore.
We used to have.
Grandma would lock us out with a gallon of water and a sleeve of saltines and say we're not allowed back inside until the sun goes down.
Oh,
Mine was more innocent than that. That was survival. Mine was that I used to have this little green foam bat, and it was probably like a little t-ball set that you get for your kid. And my dad was like, he's gonna be a star. I got him. And so I would start batting with it, and then he'd put up all the t-ball stuff, but I still have the bat. And so anytime he'd bend over, I'd go behind, or I'd go like to his side, and like while he was bent over, I'd go to his back and just bam as hard as I could. I did that about 12 times before my dad said, "Hey, you're not playing baseball anymore." And
Wow.
I was like, "Oh." And so then he hid the bat from me. I still don't know where the bat went.
yeah. So, anyways, yesterday my dad had kidney surgery.
Oh yeah, that's me too. That's probably on me. I'm not gonna lie.
I beat kidney stones into my father.
Oh my gosh.
I guess we can.
Go ahead, sorry.
Oh no. Do you have another thought?
I was just gonna say, like, my grandma, she's my family's not crazy. Me and my brother were little hellions and would like run around the house and break shit. So like we would be sent outside, and that is also how I ended up getting shot in the eye with a BB gun because my brother decided to use me as target practice for his new BB gun.
Okay, we're gonna wait a second for that one.
Is that why you have glasses?
I was already wearing glasses, so it hit my glasses, shattered them, and then hit me in the eye.
Shit.
My brother's now in the army.
God bless. What kind of screening process do you have for that?
Have you
At
shot
any
your-
point, did you feel like you needed to use another live person as target practice? Please answer honestly.
At 12 years old.
Now, welcome to the Marines, son.
12, you say? Okay, so the person we're interviewing right now did not shoot somebody by the age of 10. We're going to have to kick him out of the SEALs. We can't look at the Marines. Son, how do you feel about the Marine Corps?
Absolutely, sir. Oh my
Okay, I'm trying to open this, but very carefully because I just dropped my Dos Equis, and there's a lot of bubbles now. Let
If
me
you
get
drop
my...
the Dos Equis, you're not allowed to have the Dos Equis.
That's too bad. I'm gonna still have it.
That's actually disrespectful, sir.
I know.
Disrespectful.
Don't even
If
have
you,
a
cannot,
line.
if you cannot hold the Dos Equis, you cannot drink the Dos Equis.
Oh. Oh.
Big dog, that's about to
This
get
place
all
is about to blow.
busted.
While I deal with this, let's this is how we clink. Let's intro into that.
We've only done this show 9 times now. This is why we clink.
One day you'll get it. It's okay.
We've kind of done it 10 times too, because
There was one episode that didn't make it. Yeah, so
yeah, the mystery
10
episode.
times. Number 11's the charm. God.
11th time charm.
Colby, what's a good thing that happened to you today?
Today?
Or any time
This
this last
week.
week?
Yeah.
Well, this week's been like what, 3 days long this far.
Or
But I don't know. Most of what I do during the day has to do with school and just like the regular like everyday activities. But I was actually gonna ask about doing an anime segment for like Catching Kryptonite, but I hadn't like gotten around to suggesting it. But then Tristan mentioned it earlier in the episode, and that made me really excited.
there you
That
go.
is exciting.
Dreams.
Yeah,
I don't
it is.
know where that
Drink into reading minds.
Fuck yeah.
Jamie, what you got?
I cleaned my entire apartment today, and I think that's a great thing because
Don't you feel like a new person?
I feel like a brand new bitch. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'll drink to being a brand new bitch.
I vacuumed, I dusted, I cleaned the baseboards. That shit.
Oh, you went all out, huh?
Empowerment.
Empowerment.
Samuel,
Yes.
why are you clinking?
I'm gonna let you answer first.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of mine too, dude.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it's been busy. And busy is not bad. Busy is just it does not leave lots of time for thinking about good things, which is so sad. I did go and work out today, which I mean, anytime you go work out is a good thing. But I was especially proud today because I worked yesterday and the day before, and I did not want to, and I convinced myself anyways. That's
There
why
you
I'm
go.
having the light beer to watch my delicate figure.
There you go.
Here.
Mm.
Tristan, what you got?
I could say, I'm happy my dad's okay and that he's like doing all right. Kind of along the same lines of Sam. Me and my buddy Logan have started working out like religiously. He bought it was like a $45 workout routine. It's 5 days a week, and it's grueling and it's fucking hard. We've skipped a few days here and then, but we try to make up for them the next.
You slacker.
We skipped 2 days.
If you work out religiously, is it called CrossFit?
I almost spilled my beer on my mic just so you could shut up.
CrossFit?
Just so you could shut up.
I found it amusing.
Thanks, Colby. Appreciate it.
But yeah, it's been it's been really eye-opening of like, okay, you know, I have things to work on, but like also, you know, I have other strengths as well. Um, I don't know. It's I've gotten back into a routine, and that's when I feel the most comfortable. Like I finished all my homework this morning at like 9 o'clock in the morning. Um, I've been getting up at like 7 every morning because nobody else is awake.
Are you crazy?
Kinda, but like
I mean, I'm a barista, so I get up really early just regardless. But if I didn't have to,
because like
I would
every
sleep.
every like Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, Addie has cheer practice at 6 o'clock in the morning, so she's up by 5. So around 6-ish, I'm up because she's leaving and I have to go lock the door because she doesn't have a key yet.
Oh,
And so by that point, I'm like, okay, I've already gotten up. I don't need to go back to sleep. And so I'm just like normally up. And so like I've realized, and I've realized this a long time ago, most sane people are not awake at that time. Or at least, you know, if they have a choice, they're not awake at that time. So there's nothing there to distract me. So I just go and I plow through all my homework for the day within the first few hours of the day. And so by the time that, you know, Addie comes home, I'll be in a class. But then after the class, I'll have like maybe one more thing of homework. And then I'm done for the day.
That's very productive. I am very proud
it
of you.
is.
Yeah. And then
I, on the other hand, choose to do my homework from the beautiful hours of midnight to about 3 a.m.
fuck
and then
that.
get up for work at 6.
That's when you have the most momentum. You've been thinking all day, so you just keep the ball rolling.
Absolutely. My brain just never stops.
You
So
wake up in the morning and the first thing you do is like, all right, intensive work. Let's go.
Well,
And you
okay. So
don't have that full steam yet.
so I'm in Spanish because I don't know Spanish. And so like if the first thing I think of in during the day is Spanish, I'll be fine throughout the rest of the day. I can go back and forth. But if I go and like, let's say I have homework for a journalism project that I have to write like 600 words for, and then but then I have to do like another writing project for Spanish. It's so much harder for me to do the Spanish after the English rather than the Spanish first. So like in the morning, I can speak really, really great Spanish. It's very fluid. Like this morning, it was this morning. This morning, I went through my oral report in one go. I just looked through my notes and I was like, okay, cool. And I went through it. But like you catch me slacking and I do an English thing first and then go into Spanish, then it doesn't work that way. Then I'm like, I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
I mean, I'm learning Russian. What? For no reason at all.
I didn't know
You just
that.
really don't
Okay,
need
no,
a
no,
reason.
no,
So
no,
more power
there's
to
got,
you.
there's got to be a reason. There's got to be a reason.
Everybody's talking at the same time.
Okay.
There's got to be a reason. You don't just look at Russian and you're like, I want to know it.
I was listening to Russian rap and I was like, I don't know what the fuck they're saying. And I was like, I'm going to learn Russian just because I like Russian rap.
That sounds angry. It sounds hateful.
Are you surprised? I'm an angry person.
I know you are. That's why we're friends.
Rasputin.
It's just that over and over again.
I
Yes.
just need that, but in Screamo, and then perfect.
A few years back, Sam and I found Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars with the Screamo version.
Hell yeah.
That on repeat. I'm going to play that for my future children.
Go find it. I mean, it was Tristan and myself and Max, and just the three of us in my truck is stuck in traffic in College Station, and it just headbanging the shit out of that song and having the windows down. So people were like, "What do you head?"
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
It won't sound correct.
You can't get that mad. It's just loud guitar.
Absolutely.
What are you, a fucking square?
Yo, this is Patrick.
On that note, this was what, episode 9 now?
Yes.
Okay. Episode 9 of Duck Boys, featuring plus the other new Duck Boys,
pointing
Yeah,
in the
they're-
direction.
Jamie is to my left, and
No
then
one cares about the logistics.
yeah, and Colby is down somewhere. He's
It's
in
all
Australia.
pedantics.
Yeah.
I'm
Anyways,
everywhere all at once.
um,
I'm
swinging by.
omnipresent.
we will be filming the newest episode. Well, y'all don't care when we'll be filming the newest episode or the first episode of Catching Kryptonite or whatever the hell we end up calling it. Will be out next Wednesday. So a week from, well, I was going to say a week from now, but this is being released on Friday. So that doesn't matter to y'all. It'll be
At the time
next
of this
Wednesday.
recording, it will be next Wednesday, which is a week from today, which is this Wednesday.
Yes. And hopefully everything will be edited out and will be ready. If not, forgive me because I'm doing editing for 2 things now and doing a full load of classes. But it's a choice that I've made. So cheers to the future.
Das Vidania.
Hey.
Period, things.
All right.
Alrighty.
The pond has gotten a little bit bigger, and remember, always, all quack.
No whack.
All right. We'll see y'all next time.
Deuces.
Much love.